Inside these tanks, we grow bugs. The bugs die at 107 degrees, and that's one of the situations we have to try to resolve. From the plant comes into this pit, but also all the raisins, fat, muck, gloves, pallet pieces. As you can see from us getting it out of our pump, we gather quite a bit of solids right here. The other problem is this layer of fat that you can see, this muck that's on top of the water, also holds in heat. We dump our big dishwashers at about 160 degrees, and sometimes with it homogenizing, it doesn't cool down enough before it gets out to those big white tanks outside, and the temperature gets too high, our bugs die, and then the system's not doing what it needs to do. The water from here is pumped into this piece of equipment, and as long as it's not a big glove, apron, or half of a pallet, this separates the raisins, carrot pieces. You know, I always say it gets out the cats and dogs. From this point, it's pumped over to this big tank, which is where we add caustic and sulfuric acid to it to adjust our pH. Then it goes out to the big tanks outside, which basically eats the sugar. And the bugs eat the sugar until they die. Then that's brought back into this piece of equipment in the back here, and it scrapes the dead bugs off, and then they're put in this tank right here, and a pump truck comes and takes that away. Now what I'm thinking about as a solution is grabbing that water before it comes into the pit. Above this pit, building a stainless steel, let's say, trough, per se. And the way we would set up the trough, it would actually skim the fat off and take that somewhere away from there. And then the remaining water would come down as, let's say, a sheet-type waterfall, if that makes any sense, which will give us a lot more surface area to allow the water to cool, and then go back down into this tank, and then be pumped up into the side hill screen that takes, you know, the raisins and stuff like that out. In reality, if the other part works well enough, this really shouldn't be needed, but, well, you know, that's to be seen. So I'm envisioning a mezzanine above this pit. You know, some type of big stainless steel trough pumping system, and some kind of screw or belt to take the solids away into some other kind of tank, or, you know, some other device other than pumping it through our system. So other than that, that's what we got here. That's the situation. I hope this thing transfers well. The only thing you guys are missing is the aroma and bouquet in this building right now. I'll talk to you guys later.